Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Phases the Next Level. I am your host, Kevinsblessings Sunshine, and I'm so excited to be here with you guys. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and share, and leave your comments below because your opinion does matter, and I'm here for it. You guys, we are here with Kevin Terrell. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, Phase?
What's going on? So first of all, I want to welcome you to Phases the Next Level. And I also want to give you a big thank you for doing the march and being out there and supporting Rob like you did. I want to first start out with you just telling us who you are and what you got going on.
Well, you know, I'm Kevin Terrell, a.k.a. DJ Tyson. That's been on the fly. That Demute R. Kelly been sharing everywhere. You know, Dana did the rally, and people been asking me, you know, because I posted one of the R. Kelly groups. I'm thinking about doing a listening party because I DJ. Oh. And every time I DJ, I'm always, you know, playing R. Kelly music. You know, I've been rocking with him since day one. And people like, they on board. And I'm going to be honest with you, Faze. I wasn't going to do it, you know, because I felt like, you know, can't no one man do nothing by himself. Right. So I went in the group. I said, hey, people inbox me like, are you still going to do it? When I got the inboxes, it pushed me a little harder, you know. And so what I said was, I said, hey, I'm going to need a team. I need some people to get on board. You know, we're going to do this listening party, get on board. I contacted Dana. I said, Dana, you say he was doing his march on the 3rd. I mean, his rally on the 3rd. I said, well, if it's cool, we team up. He was like, yeah. I said, because most rallies, when people get out, and this ain't my first one I've done, but when people get out and march, once they get through March and they disperse, they go home. Yeah. It's over. Yeah. So I would say, Dana, you know, it'd be a good thing, you know, if we have the after party for Kales. You know what I'm saying? After listening party for Kales, for the fans. Right. And he was like, cool. So I was working, and I usually wasn't supposed to take my work vehicle, which I'm always live in, but I was forget that. I'm going to take it today. Drop my last client off, and Dana met me down there, and we started marching.
That's amazing. And shout out to Dana for doing that. Dana's been going hard for Rob, so I want to shout him out. So I thought that it was really successful. I got a few clips from it, and I thought it was successful. So what I wanted to bring you here. I've been trying to reach you when I saw you live with Dana a long time ago. And the reason that I wanted to have an interview with you is because what you were speaking was, for me, I felt it was real. It was positive. It was a lot of positive vibes from you. And a lot of people listen to you, right? And so I wanted to bring you. My question for you, Kevin, is why is it important that you support Rob? I'm going to stop saying Rob and try to say R. Kelly, you know, kind of.
For one, let me just make it clear to everybody. I want to make this clear. I'm not a clout chaser. Right. That's number one. Number two, I'm 48. I've been rocking with Rob music for the longest, you know what I'm saying? Been DJing like 22 years, you know, and it's like, what is life without Rob music? You know what I'm saying? You can come with the Virginia Wines, you can come with the Jodeci's, you can come with Chris Brown, you can come with Trey Songz, you can come with Jacquees, you can come with all of them. But it's only one Kales. Now, let me just make this clear. You know, me being from Chicago, I know how the system works. You know, they trying to pull the double jeopardy. You know, I feel what's going on right now is straight bogus. You know what I'm saying? That's why I support him. That's why I support his music. They're going all about it wrong. And so when I'm glad that I was able to make the rally, and I'm glad that all the people that was on my page was listening to me when I said, hey, you know, share. And I kept telling them, I said, if Lifetime can go negative about R. Kelly, we can go positive about R. Kelly. The world needs to see that he still got love. And let me just say this to you, Faze. The flyer, somebody took it in, like I say, sent it to the Mute R. Kelly, and it got a hold to him. Hey, I'm not mad at my haters. You gave me some free publicity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, and what they tried to do, they tried to get the establishment not to have it, because when I talked to the owner, because the owner was like, yeah, the alderman, he said the alderman called, and he said the property manager, and they asked him, was I having a rally there? I told him, no, we're not having a rally. We're having a R. Kelly listening party. And the owner said, oh, like you was trying to have before. I was like, yeah. He said, okay, cool. And it, you know, and it went down. I want to give a shout out before I continue on. I want to shout out Tiana. I want to shout out Darlene, the decorator.
Shout out to Tiana and Darlene.
Yeah, Tiana and Darlene. When I walked in that place after I came from the rally, I thought it was R. Kelly's birthday.
Well, I saw on your, I think it was your live, and like the tables had his pictures at the end of like every table, and it was just, I mean, Darlene and Tiana worked that thing out, because it was just like a feel of him being there, you know, for his spirit being there.
Man, and that's all I could, man, I was just so overwhelmed and excited, you know, and like I said, the people came in and so forth. Dana and them, they came, you know what I'm saying? But we was about to get ready to close down, but Dana and them still managed to come through and all that. And we were just having a good time, you know. And I want to say this too. Get ready for the listening party part 2.
All right. So yeah, we'll talk about that at the end. So maybe you'll give them a little bit of insight.
Now during the, you know, the rally, you know, and all that, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like I was telling Dana, you know, hey, listen, man, it ain't the numbers, it's the voice. You know, it ain't that many people. It's how loud you shout.
It's how loud you shout, right? And the fact of the matter is this: R. Kelly he's the king of R&B, so fans galore all over this world. And the truth is that a lot of people have turned their back on him. And yeah, it may be low in numbers, but if you stick together, you become a big voice. And so like my support is that everything good and fair and what is right. And I just don't feel like he's being treated fair. And I don't think he's being treated right. I always say, you know, he doesn't have a record. He hasn't violated anybody. You know, he hasn't been disrespectful to the courts. None of that. And people that have bashed him to the core, he's not said one bad word back to them. And what I do know is that he believes in God, you know, and so he'll be fine. But I just feel like it's just unjust how he's being treated. And so if we continue to speak on his behalf, then we become a bigger voice. And people are listening. I think it's a lot of people that are wanting to say, but are afraid to say, whether it's for their career or their job or whatever, and won't speak out. Mm-hmm. But there's more than what you see, I believe. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. You know, I believe that too. You know, I feel like, you know, before all this was going down, everybody was backyard partying, stepping in the name of love. Let me even go back to the 2008 trial. You know, nobody wasn't messing with him then. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, if you look back, because I watched the whole thing from back then, you know, when R. Kelly was going through that trials and tribulation, at that point in his life, a lot of people was dissing themselves with him too. Mm-hmm. But when R. Kelly came back, a lot of people want to start working with him again. You feel me? And I really believe that's what's about to happen again. And I'm going to say something else in respect to that. I feel, though, as God, it's about to kill this once and for all. Mm-hmm. Just once and for all. I think God had to pull Kel to a place and to a space to where he can get too spiritually with him.
I believe,
you know, to get him together, to say, hey, enough is enough. Hey, you come back where you belong. I'm going to clean your slate again. The world knows it's wrong. The government knows it's wrong. But to look at something on TV and take it from TV and make it into a case, that's just unheard of.
It's horrible. And to set up a phone line, and what was really crazy about it, you know, Kim Fox did it on a state level.
Yeah.
Set up this phone line and said, call if you had any interaction with R. Kelly, if you feel like he violated you. But not only on a state level, the feds came in and they set up a phone line. Since when did the feds start doing that? I thought when the feds came, it's solid. but a phone line was allegedly set up for people to call in, right? And then this is another thing. Yeah. You can go back and you can find a video of Kim Fox rocking to R. Kelly's music. Rocking at a concert at his music, and you can see her doing it. You can go back. These are the people that turned against him. You can go back to his ex-wife, and you can hear her saying, "That's baby daddy." And you can hear her saying, "He took care of us. He took care of his family. Don't talk about baby daddy. Don't you cross line." You know, but you turned on him for what reason? What was it? Was it the coins? Did the coinage make you turn on him? I don't understand how Lifetime could come out, and then as soon as Lifetime come out, this whole thing starts to unfold. Something that he was acquitted for in 2008. That's why none of it makes sense to me.
Yeah, and you know, when I look at the docuseries and I was looking at it, and I always say this in my mind: if he did all this, where are the police reports?
Yeah.
If he did all this, if Andrea said he and Banana tied her, however he tied her, and she got loose, you was that brainwashed where you couldn't call 911?
Right.
If Geronda said, and these were her words, this is not allegedly, she said, they asked her, well, how did you get away from R. Kelly? She said, I told him I was going down the street to get some shoes or something from my uncle or something like that. And she said, the only thing I had was a cell phone that Rob gave me. And so when on my mind, I'm saying, well, if he gave you a cell phone, you ain't got to unlock the phone to call 911. You could just dial 911 wise lock.
That's so true.
This the things that people don't analyze and don't see. It's just they monkey do, they bandwaggers, band hoppers, they jumping on the bandwagon, because they doing it, I'm doing it. But at the end of the day, before all this was happening, all y'all was rocking with him. Now everything is about $1. From Kenyatta with the mute R. Kelly, it's nothing about $1. It's all about everybody capitalizing off this man, and that's what it is. What I've done was from the heart because I love his music. I love his gift. He has a gift from God. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. And I always say this because I watch a lot of YouTube bloggers and, you know, people beefing and so forth and so forth. That's not helping R. Kelly.
Right.
I mean, to me, I feel like if you go help R. Kelly, as much as stuff is he in already, should nobody be beefing with nobody? You know, you got people beefing over here, people beefing over there, they mad over there, but all of y'all supposed to be for the same purpose, the same cause, the same agenda. Unless y'all got a different agenda. I don't know. We supposed to be coming together to be on one accord, not you doing your thing, I'm doing my thing. But even if you are doing your thing and I'm doing my thing, let's get our thing together.
I agree with that. And then what we were determining, I was talking to someone else, and we was determining, like, if these people if everybody's acting like that, people see that on the outside looking in, they're saying, well, maybe that is how R. Kelly act. Because when he did the Gayle King interview, they said, oh, look at him. When he started crying and standing up, oh, he's just being violent. That's the violent side of him. Well, if people are on the outside looking in at everybody with all this ruckus going on, what are they saying? Oh, that's how R. Kelly acts. All those people, but it's just not true. You can get there's a ton of people that can vouch for R. Kelly's demeanor and how sweet he is and how giving he is. You know, we're normal people. We all have our faults. He said it in the interview. I'm not perfect. I've done some things that I'm not proud of. I'm human. He's human, but they're not treating him like a human being at this point.
They're treating him like he's an animal. And what R. Kelly did on television, it was the truth because he's from Chicago. One thing about people from different cities and different states react differently.
Yeah.
You know, Chicago is known to be hardcore.
Yep.
We don't play here. We don't play here. All that, whatever they do, whatever, be real. We see it's about rape. We see it's about, you know, that sexual assault, all that. You know what I'm saying? So when Kel said that, Kel told the truth. Yeah. You think he would do something from 30 years ago to get himself right back just because he in tune with some young females that's adults who the parents, you know, want to try to exploit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And here's the deal. Yeah, maybe they're younger than him, but they're legal. But
Legal. Exactly.
he's not the only man on this earth that has a younger girlfriend or even wife that is way younger than him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But because he's R. Kelly, and
he's targeted.
Right, and what they're trying to pull up is this Aaliyah fake marriage or fake whatever. They want to pull that up and say, well, if he married Aaliyah, then yes, he's doing all this stuff everybody that's talking about. But I guess the girls can't be lying. The women, the alleged victims, they can't be lying. They ain't gonna lie about none of it.
Can we just? I always like to think about the docuseries. I be saying to myself, like, when people don't know, sometimes they incriminate themselves. See, it's different between a state law and a federal law. You can lie in the state law and you can walk out the courtroom, but in the federal law, it's called perjury. You know what I'm saying? And what people don't understand, you are sworn on the oath. When the feds get involved, that's when everybody gets scared. So they worried about R. Kelly. They need to worry about what's going to come back around and haunt them. Right. You know, because you got to realize that girl, the dark-skinned girl that had the red suit on, she said she was on the tour bus and she was walking on the tour bus, and then she said she pulled a curtain back and she saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah. When I'm saying to myself, well, if you saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah, why you wait 30 years later for a payday? That could have been your payday then. You ain't even needed the docuseries. You could have been rich then. But just to show you, they all collaborated and came together. Let me just go a little further. Yeah. The female that said, oh, I knew, this is what she said, this ain't allegedly, she said, I knew she was underage.
Yep.
Well, if you knew she was underage, should you be charged too?
Absolutely.
Oh, because you're a female, you can't be charged, but you old enough, you know what you were doing with a minor. You that brainwashed where you say you couldn't go to the police either, but you still acting in on it. So shouldn't you be charged too?
Absolutely.
Come on now, let's just make sense of this. And these are things that they say that don't know can come back to haunt them. So I hope they really listen to what these people saying.
Right. And when I want to go back to the bus thing, when you said that the girl walked on the bus and she said she claimed she saw R. Kelly and, you know, and Aaliyah. If you were that concerned, what made you so concerned about it now, and you wasn't that concerned about it then, that you didn't call the police and say, hey, he's doing little girl back here? You know what I'm saying? What happened? Did you not really see him? This is just another addition to your story that you got to, you know, make up to make the story look really real, like he really violated somebody? Because every interview that I see of Aaliyah, she's like, it's not true. So that's all we can do is take her word. Aaliyah's not here to defend herself. She said, no, it's not true. Why are we bringing her back up? Right? So if you were so concerned back then, why did you call then? He wasn't violating you. You saw him violating somebody and you didn't call nobody. You go to jail too for accessory.
Exactly. And they don't understand. They're incriminating themselves. This is all on video. Because to me, I feel like everything that Geronda said, everything that everybody said about R. Kelly, the feds took hearsay, and brought a case with that, even with the docuseries. So I feel like if it's going to be hearsay and you're going to try to convict him, you should get them for what they said too. Because they allegedly saw a crime being committed and then report to the authorities. Let's go even to the R. Kelly tape, a.k.a. Uva-Nati. That's what I'm going to say his name, Uva-Nati, Goofy Nati. You know, you take a tape and you give it to CNN.
Why?
I let that marinate, but this supposed to be child porn.
Right.
But you give it to CNN.
But you got it in your hand, so you got possession of it, first of all.
Exactly. But he give it to CNN. CNN.
Yep.
And the lady gets on TV and said, me and my staff or whoever watched the tape, if it's, let me get back. Look, if it's child pornography, for everybody that watched that tape, shouldn't the feds be investigating them too? Should they be going to jail and be charged too?
Possession of child pornography, right?
Thank you.
Because now I'm not. This is alleged because but I heard it from a real good source, that one of the people that were indicted with R. Kelly was just like the person that took the money to try to, is allegedly the person that take the money to go try to get the tape back, right? Well, you got him indicted. What happened to the people that really had it in their hands? Why are y'all separating the law and only applying the law to these people, but everybody else can do what they want to do? They don't get charged.
And that's what it is.
Lisa Van Allen can sleep with an underage girl and know she underage and said you slept with her on for the world to hear you say that, but she don't get to go to jail.
But the feds don't hear that either.
They don't hear that.
Let me just go a little bit deeper. What about the parents, the older couple said, oh, well, you know, I was just looking for some old sports in the basement. I came across this tape and I said, huh?
And stuck it in. Oh, that's R. Kelly. Stop.
Right.
Take a whole seat.
But you wind up giving it to that lawyer lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say her name, but you wind up giving it to her. And what's so crazy about it is what people don't understand, how you travel from Pittsburgh Authority to New York.
Yeah.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You get a tape in Pittsburgh. The first place it's supposed to go is to the authorities there and let them do the proper thing they need to do behind that.
That's right.
But they took the tape into New York, and let me tell you why they took it to New York. Common sense, everybody should have that. The reason why she took that tape to New York, because she knew somebody in New York that would pick it up and get all these charges that R. Kelly got in New York. People got to start thinking. That's why she took it. She didn't take it in Pittsburgh because they probably couldn't have done nothing about it, or somebody probably been deep in trouble about it, so she took it, and you travel across state line. That should be a case dismissed anyway.
And if it was a tape, because you in your basement among all these VHS tapes, and that one you picked happened to be R. Kelly, that don't make sense. Now let's keep it real. That don't make sense.
You got it at a flea market.
That's a setup. It's a setup. And that tape has been from Chicago to California to Pittsburgh. What? You can't do that. No, not lawfully. That's not right, lawfully. Everybody's hands that it went through, they need to be in jail. They need to be indicted.
Exactly.
But, you know, possession of porn.
Yes, and it's sad to say, it's just a conspiracy against them. That's all it is. They trying to treat him like Bill, trying to get him like OJ, you know, and that's all it is. It's an R. Kelly conspiracy theory. And a lot of people need to see that. But what a lot of folks do is, you know, no matter how much good you bad, this is how folks are. No matter how good you do,
right?
No matter what charity you do, no matter how much money you give, no matter how much you pay your tithes, no matter what you do, all it takes is for you to do one thing, and everything that you done good is like it ain't never, ever existed. That's why I call them a bunch of hypocrites. Y'all need to stop playing. When you try to point out somebody else's dirt, you need to look in your own closet. You need to look in their own mirror. They just ain't found out your dirt. It's just simple as that. You know, and
all of us walking this earth has done something that we're not proud of. And I mean everybody. Ain't nobody exempt from that. The only thing that's against R. Kelly is that he is the king of R&B. Somebody wants to take him down because they stole from him, because they took all of his he took his whole catalog, took all his published, everything away from him. And because he wants it back by right, because he earned that. He earned that. Mm-hmm. Now you want to take him down? But you see, y'all wasn't talking about how good he was to you and how you going on shopping sprees and how you getting to go, you know, all of his staff, y'all get to go here and you go and travel with him here.
Let me add a little more to that. If everybody was so brainwashed, but didn't one of them say I left and then I came back? Brainwashed. Brain who?
You was gone.
It sounds like free will and accord.
That's it.
Brainwashed. If a person sit up there and said in front of everybody, "Why, you know, I left and I even came back," that means y'all was free willing to go and come as you please. But you know, they want to come with this word brainwashed. Brainwashed who?
Yeah.
They brainwashed because of money and fame and all of this stuff that it takes for it. Hey, if you want to play the field, it's a price to come with it.
That's it.
Especially
Yeah, just like Ashanti's daughter was on a live with her ex-boyfriend or whoever you think.
I heard it.
And she coming back with Rolex, stole his Rolex watches. Came back with stacks of money. Came back with Gucci. Went on shopping spree. Stop playing a game.
Yeah, and she said, I was watching the kids when my mama was with R. Kelly. You know, and what's so crazy about it? Let's even go to the averages. I ain't gonna put the S on it. I'm gonna call them the averages. You know, when M is not with a T, when M average, you know what I'm saying, sitting up there was talking, and he brought Ashanti, who wasn't really looking like how she looked now, and as she got up there and talked, you could see in the background he whispering to her. You know what I'm saying? And then he want to get in front of the camera because it all is a plot. The averages just had a whole hidden agenda that they thought they could build some type of wealth off their kids. You know, it's like a dog. When the dog is hungry, you know, you get some meat, you feed the dog the meat. What the dog will do? Eat. So they kind of like put their kids out there trying to exploit them, thinking they gonna make some money off their kids.
Yeah. And at that point in time, was you worried and throwing a fit like you're throwing a fit now? You throwing a whole fit now, but you wasn't doing that when you was saying go take her and signing off for her to go with a stranger. I'll sign this paper. She's free to go with you. You don't even know them people. Yeah,
but let me tell you what happened. This is just my own 2 cents. You know what I think that happened? I think the daddy set it up, or whatever the case, and probably told them kids, hey, go do this, do that, do that. But I think when they got in the presence, the game's changed. It's like, man, look, why hire the middleman when I can get the cow for free? You know what I'm saying? So I don't need y'all. Y'all trying to exploit me anyway. If you've seen the one where Jocelyn was away from school and when she came back, you know, what did you do? Did you sleep with her? Did you sleep with her? She's like, no, they was interrogating that girl. Did
like, why are we talking about R. Kelly? Like, she didn't even want to talk about it. Why are y'all interrogating me like I'm in jail?
Right, it was interrogating that girl. Yeah. When she got loose, you just said, I ain't coming back.
I'm coming back, so I appreciate how you bring it. And it's real talk, right? But what I wanted to do is I want to make sure we save some because we're getting ready to all the viewers, we're going to have an all-male forum. And it's really going to we just going to go there. And so it's going to be about 2 or 3 more guys, just an all-male forum. Because here's the deal. Most men, you see a lot of women supporting Rob, but we're the men that are being honest and truthful, right, about the situation. So there are a few of them, and we got a hold of a few of them that's willing to speak their truth, you know, how they feel about the case. But we need more men to support him, and I think they do, but they are not speaking out.
Behind the scenes.
Kevin, thank you for being here. Thank you for having the interview. You guys, viewers, share this video. Let's try to make this one go viral. You know,
let it go viral.
Yes, and share it, subscribe, like, even put your comments down because we want to see what your opinions are, and if you agree with us or not, we want to see what the comments are saying. So leave your comments below.
You know, at this moment right now, when people say, "What can I do? What can I do?" You can share. At this moment right now, if you watching this, guess what you are? You a promoter. That means you got to do the same thing as the Me Too movement, the same thing as the Mute R. Kelly movement, and you got to share. The same time, Lifetime got all them people watching, they need to see another side to this, and they need to come back up forth. Now, I know we already talked about it while it was going on, but since not everything is out and he's in custody, now it needs to be a flip side to this so the feds can see, hey, something ain't right.
Right.
That was just going on hearsay. So y'all need to share this. And you haters out there, y'all need to share this too. I love you haters. Haters, I appreciate everything y'all say. Haters, y'all make me greater. I love you.
I like that. And the thing about it, if you don't want to be known, you can share from here, and you don't have to be known. People are, if you really support him and don't want people to know you support him here and share it. That way, do your part. Yeah, Lifetime has come and gone. Yeah, he's locked up now, but you got to keep talking about it. You can't let it fall by the wayside, because if it's silent, they said, oh yeah, they done threw him away anyway. So you got to keep talking about it. You got to keep being
exactly. And I'm gonna say this too. You know what I think when we did the flyer and all that, and they called the people and all that, it was a lot of haters that was mad. They is mad because they see R. Kelly still got people that love and support him. And I want to say this to everybody that's watching this. Listen here. Forget them haters. They talked about Jesus. He kept walking. He still stood strong. That's what their job to do. Their job is to hate, and they ain't even getting paid for it. So I'm not even fazed about what they say, what they comment. I mean, they doing what they supposed to do. So they go do what they go do. Kevin go do what Kevin go do. Y'all go do what y'all go do. Faze go do what Faze go do. And look, and let me tell y'all something. Just as well they can do their thing, we have a right to do our thing. Don't let nobody make you feel like you don't have a right. Because now this mute R. Kelly and me, they turn into bullies. Anything somebody doing something with R. Kelly, they feel like they got the right to come to your home and turn your radio off. Or turn your TV off. Well, if you come in my home, you getting bit by a pit bull. And he ain't gonna play with you. He like R. Kelly too.
That was good. That was good. So real quick before I go, I want to do a couple of shout outs myself. I want to shout out my PR, Anna. Anna, we love you. We love what you do behind the scenes. So thank you for getting in touch with my peeps for me. Thank you, Anna. Shout out to you. Shout out to Dana J. Always shout out to Dana J. Shout out to Levi for Kelly, Lisa, and Cassandra. Shout out to Dr. Rogers. What's up, Dr. Rogers? Shout out to Sugar and Spice, Spit and Fire, Sky Zone. I could go on. T. Stevens. Shout out to T. Stevens. And who else am I leaving out? Shout out to Frank Thomas. And then shout out to, oh gosh, there's so many. Kevin, of course. Shout out to Kevin. We got to shout Kevin out. And all his people that come behind him, shout them out. And the people that helped you for the listening party.
Right. And let me shout out a few people, man. First of all, I want to shout out all of my Facebook friends who rock with me daily on my live, you know, with the good, the bad, the ugly, the venting, and they still rock me. I appreciate y'all for sharing. You know, it's like 30,000 views right now from the rally. You know what I'm saying? And man, let's just keep sharing, man. I want to thank my team, my new team. We got some work to do. You know, there will be R. Kelly listening party part 2. Be looking for that. Oh yeah, it's in the part 2. We gonna give y'all enough time to make this event. And when I tell you it's gonna be off the chain, it's gonna be off the chain. I just don't want to. I just in closing, I just want everybody that say they support Kels to put them to the side, and if we all is on the same page.
Yeah.
Guess what? We need to come together, man. Beefing with people here and there, that's not helping the man. You don't
see Me Too and the unmutes beefing against each other. They're pretty loud. We gotta stand together.
That's it.
I did want to. You reminded me, and I'm sorry, but I hit 7,000 subscribers today, just today. So shout out to my subscribers. I am excited about that. And then if anybody, DJ Knock, anybody that I left out, don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. In the meantime, you guys, send your prayers up for Robert Kelly and everybody across the board. Embrace one another, treat everyone with kindness, and until the next time.
Peace. I'm out.